as just like Nick, I am also not a retailing person, but I am doing one project on retailing. We are looking at the brand selection criteria of retailers who cater to the BOP market. Basically, what are their preferences, what makes them select the brand, and etc. So we are, I'll not discuss that much in detail because I can't. I'm not in a position. But as regards the areas that I see in retailing, where we need to contribute to theory, where we need to contribute to knowledge, basically, first, as I see, is more about information management. Yesterday, Piyush was talking about 14,000 foot soldiers by a company, and they are giving information every 15 minutes about stocks, about different things. Now, these foot soldiers who are there, are they also giving information about the retailers there? What kind of information is coming? We don't even have right access to the information. So first we need to identify what kind of information we require from them, and then how do we get it, and then how do we channelize the entire information again for performance management. So that's one very, very big area where I don't see much work, particularly because this is an emerging markets forum and my all work is on international markets, international firms in emerging markets. So that is one very big area where there is no information, no understanding. There is nothing recorded. Basically, we are in business of generating knowledge or creating knowledge. That's our work, that's our profession. So that's where I think we need to contribute. One very prominent area. Second, now within this retailing, we are talking about emerging markets. It's a very complex, multi-layered segment. Now, one, we are comparing, still in literature we are comparing about organized retailing, unorganized retailing. When we talk emerging markets, we say it's unorganized. It's much more complex than that. If you go further into, there is something called cash and carry, because these retailers who work in the base of the pyramid market, they start a retail with as less as I would say 10 pounds, and if they start a retail outlet with as less as a small amount as big or as small as 10 pounds, what kind of a retail would that be? And how would they be sourcing the material? How would they be procuring the material? Are they being supplied? What is the supply chain into that segment? So how is the entire business functioning? Now this cash and carry concept that's there, we have something like this in England, we call it Costco. Even in the US you have that. So wherein there are wholesalers and they're giving those loyalty cards where you can only, if you are a seller, you can go and buy. So these Costco kind of models, business models, they are catering to this kind of segment. So what is the loyalty chart? How does it look in this segment? Because this is a segment which is catering to a very large mass, as Participant Sheth was saying yesterday. The sale of brands in BOP is 70%. If 70% of their products are going into the BOP, that means there is a huge market out there. So we need to know all that. So that's where we need to create information, create knowledge. And apart from this, the third area that I could identify, because now I have been working on, as I said, international brands in emerging markets, but recently I have moved more into the social side, basically looking at the impact of activities of international companies on the social development in the emerging markets. So basically I am linking all the outcomes to the Millennium Development Goals that we talk about in terms of, we can say, we were talking of access to medicines, women empowerment, education, those kind of social issues. Like now here in this, when we talk of this, we get into the CSR new directive that is coming, that every company has to have some CSR budget, they have to invest, and all those things come in, all those issues come in. So now when we get into the social issues, when all these changes are happening in the retail segment, what is happening on the social side. Like one of the examples is Shakti Amma. Is that ended? Hindustani Union. So that's wherein all these, this is a case of women empowerment. They are selling a lot of their products through these women who reside in villages, and these women in